Daredevil Born Again is a new Disney Plus series created by Dario Scarpapane, Matt Corman, and Chris Ord. It is the continuation of the Netflix series and stars Charlie Cox, Deborah Annual, and Vincent D'Onofrio. The series follows Matt Murdock, also known as Daredevil, who must battle Wilson Fisk as he runs for mayor of New York City. I was a huge fan of the Netflix Daredevil series. I thought that series was really just fantastic, and Charlie Cox as Daredevil is one of the biggest reasons why I love this character. I thought that he was done so well, and I thought that Charlie Cox was such an inspired casting from Marvel. He was perfect as Daredevil, and here I think that Charlie Cox is the best part of Born Again. I enjoyed the first two episodes of this show. I liked this series overall. I got some issues with it. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. It's not as good as the first three seasons of the Netflix series. It's not as good as that. But overall, I think this show so far is solid. Tragedy strikes Daredevil. He becomes a different man here in season 4 of Daredevil. He becomes hardened. He is just like a different person because of this tragedy. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but something happens and it shatters him completely. And so at the start of this thing, he is no longer Daredevil. And I like that they explore that. I think that they explored that well here. I didn't love everything that they did in the first episode. This show sort of suffered from a lot of rewrites, and you can kind of tell while you're watching like the first and second episodes that some ideas were like reshuffled and some things were added, like the Foggy and Karen characters, for example. I like these actors a lot, and I think that the chemistry between them and Charlie Cox are essential to the Daredevil mythos that they created. And I was a bit bummed when the creators said they weren't involved, but now they are. But they're sort of pushed aside without like revealing too much. I'm not gonna like spoil anything, but they are sort of pushed aside, and I was a bit angry about that. I don't really like this choice yet. I hope that they have a good payoff for that, because I love these characters and I think a lot of people do love these characters, and I just don't understand why you're not going to include them in this season. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me if you're not going to have them there, because they are like pretty integral to Daredevil's life. It just feels out of place not to have them there, and I think that it's a really stupid decision on Marvel's part not to include them there. It's almost like they wanted to distance themselves from the Netflix series, but then why like have Charlie Cox be Daredevil? It just doesn't make sense that you're gonna have him here and not like his two best friends there as well. It doesn't make any sense to me. I like the violence in this show. Like, the violence is back. It's not maybe as brutal as the Netflix series, but it's got a good amount of violence. I was pretty satisfied with it overall in these two episodes. The pacing is a bit weird. It feels a little too rushed, a bit. Like, I think that I would like a little more breathing room. I'm glad that these episodes are actually like 1 hour and like not like 30 minutes episodes like some of the other like Marvel or Star Wars shows or Disney Plus shows. These episodes need to be 1 hour long, and I feel like the pacing is, like I said, is a bit rushed, and the story isn't quite clear yet. Like, I'm not sure like what the season is gonna be about. Every Daredevil season was about something, and here I'm a little clueless to what it's gonna be about. Like, we know that Wilson Fisk is now the mayor of New York, and I think that probably it's going to be about like Daredevil taking down the whole police and NYPD department. I like these storylines. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Episode 2 I thought was a little weaker than episode 1, but I enjoyed it overall as well. I like the love interest that they gave Matt. We don't know a lot about her. She doesn't have much personality, but like, I think that she's a good person, even though she's seeing Spoiler, she's saying Wilson Fisk at the end, which is interesting. But yeah, I think that the episode 2 is solid. I like seeing Matt representing somebody that like is completely out of his luck. Like he is being framed for the murder of this cop. In fact, he did not commit. He is innocent, and Matt believes him. So he's going after like just a whole police department, and of course, like the judge won't even like get him bail. And it feels like it's a fight that's just like lost before it's even begun. I'm interested in seeing the rest of the season. I'm interested in seeing where it goes. I just like don't expect this season to be as good as like Daredevil season 2, which was like the top of the Netflix series in my opinion. Daredevil season 2 was incredible. It's my favorite. I'm not expecting like season 4 to be as good, but as long as it's like entertaining and as long as it's better than like the recent Marvel shows like She-Hulk or like Secret Invasion, for example. Like as long as this season is better than that, I'll be happy. And by the way, the last like 10 minutes of episode 2 is just fucking amazing. It's super well done. I love the last like 10 minutes of episode 2. I love the ending. But yeah, like killing Foggy, I think it's weird. I don't understand why they had to do it at the beginning of the episode. Foggy isn't dead, right? Like this show is taking place in a universe where there are many universes, and you can just like take somebody from another universe and bring him back. Like he's probably dead in this timeline, but you can just get another Foggy from another timeline. So I just don't really expect him to be dead forever. And like I didn't feel anything when he died because like this is the Marvel fake death universe, so I didn't feel anything. Not because I don't like the actor. I love the actor. I thought that the actor did a wonderful job, and I think that his death would have hit better if it happened like at the end of episode 1. At the beginning it just feels like kind of rushed. It feels like they just didn't want these characters there, and I don't understand why not. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Born Again. So far, solid series. Not like fantastic. It didn't blow me away, but I love Charlie Cox's performance as Daredevil, and I'll watch anything that this guy does as this character. He was just phenomenal, and he is still phenomenal. I love him. So those are my thoughts on Daredevil Born Again. Let me know what you think about those episodes, the first 2 episodes, down in the comments below. Please like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.